Hello fam, I'm Smiley, this is Don't Disturbed, and welcome back to the SmileyTube. I was messing around on Steam looking for games to play, things that I do, and I saw the art style of this. It's all very hand-drawn, and I really loved the images I saw, despite how macabre or or how macabre or disturbing they were. But everything that I seen looked like it was hand drawn. So I really want to play this. So let's get started, fam. Another dull day passes as you struggle to manage your failing farm. Your crops are beginning to wilt and your cow is sick. And this is another one of those little texty games like the last one is as well, I think. For some time the land has been very quiet. The air has grown thick and foul. Each passing day you feel more uncertain if things will ever return to how they were before. Perhaps it is up to you. You've made up your mind. You are going to do something about it. You stand in front of your humble home, pondering what you should do next. Get the fuck out of Dodge. Seems like a very good idea. I highly recommend it. It is a wonderful thing to do if you don't know what to do. Otherwise, you might die. There might be like a Cthulhu freaking death coat around the corner. There might be radioactive, living radiation in the water. I've read that book. I mean, damn. We will go to the house. Entering the house, you feel a subtle uneasiness, as if the growing blight outside has penetrated the walls of your safe haven. From what you see, however, everything is the same as you left it. Perhaps this may be a good time to just lie in bed and wish that your problems would just go away. You fight the notion, but the temptation is still there. I will open my chest. You open the chest and find nothing more than a pile of papers. It seems you have less valuables than you anticipated. You close the... Son of a bitch! Come on! It's a chest! Who puts paper in the chest? There's drawers for that shit. You're supposed to got gold and jewels and like Dragon Balls up in there. I don't fucking know. Read your journal. Dear Journal, another day in the farm. The crops are growing with good health. Bethane is also doing quite well, never disappointed with the milk she provides. Oh god, I hope she's a cow. If things continue to go well, I may be able to invest in more animals. A farmer can only be so special. Oh, so social with a cow. Okay, it is a cow. Sweet, thank you, Lord. That would have been awkward otherwise. ... Red wrote this entry. Dear Journal, today has been an unfortunate day. Somebody broke into my shed and stole some things. I usually don't mind if someone steals a bite to eat from the garden, but to take my equipment, well, I put a lock on the door and hid the key. And nobody will ever get into my stuff again. ... Dear Journal, I woke one night to a foul smell I've never come across before. I took a step outside to see what I could find, but I found nothing after searching about the farm. Whatever it is, it must be bad. I should make a trip into the city to see what this is about. How would the city... Alright, think about this, Sam. You live on a farm. You know your farm. What would the city know about a farm? I mean, there are several farms all around here. And I guarantee you, no one in the city knows a damn thing about what happens on a farm. ... Okay. I should probably not lay down. You stand in front of your humble home, pondering what you should do next. Check the shed. Oh, that's right, it's fucking locked. You attempt to open the shed door, but the door won't budge. You remember locking it some time ago, but you can't remember what you did with the key. You stupid son of a bitch. Is there anything cooking out here? No. Go to the crops. A path divides the crops you have labored so hard to prosper these past months. A penetrating odor reminds you that your plants are decaying away. Your plants, fam. Your plants are decaying away, and time is running short. Let's take the pen. Oh god. Oh. A toxic fume burns your nose as you enter the pen. Your poor cow lays lifeless on the ground. As a growing blight slowly begins to consume her body, you feel sick to your stomach. You stand here, especially as you stare at the black mushrooms that dot the ground. Oh, that's sad. Not Bethan. Oh, that's fucked up. Oh. You inspect the water looking for anything abnormal. You notice that the water is dark consistency to it. Dropping a stone into it, black particles from the bottom swirl about like a thunderstorm. Your face shrivels in disgust. Grab a mushroom. You kneel down to grab a mushroom. As you begin to rip it out of the ground, a cloud of spores spray from the mushroom. Your hands begin to burn and melt as you observe them. That's nice. Slowly your body shrivels to a dark, moist consistency as the poison spreads. You die, eventually, after crawling about on the ground. Your adventure ends here. Well, son of a bitch, fam, we died. So, don't fuck with mushrooms, got it. Da-da-da-dong. Okay, go to the crops. Fuck that pen. Follow the path. Continue down the trail for a while until you see a cave off in the distance. You pause, questioning if there could be something helpful in there. There's a faint whistle from the wind passing between the rocks. The temperature significantly cools as you enter the cave. You notice that there's a different smell, but you welcome it, comparing it to the deathly blight found outside. Oh, fuck! A fucking bear! Run, motherfucker! They made a terrible mistake even thinking that something helpful could be in here. Run away! The moment you turn to run, the bear roars deep growl. All you can think about is making it back home in one piece. Oh, well, you make it to the trail when then the bear catches up to you and you die like a little bitch. You scream in pain as the bear rips you apart. The adventure. What happens if I fight the bear? Fam, this may take a while. Like, I got an achievement for dying by bear. Alright. Here we are. We're back at the bear. We're never going to fight the bear, fam. Fam, we're going to fight this fucking bear. We're going to kick its ass. You scan the ground, notice that there's numerous rocks. You can grab and throw at the bear. You begin to do so as the bear approaches you. One after the other, you throw the rocks as hard as you can. Oh, no, you just fucking die. Oh, that's nice. The bear charges at you as you bend over to grab another rock, tackling you to the ground. The bear bites your neck. Your body goes limp and you die. Your adventure ends here. I feel like the person who made this game has a thing with bears and thinking that they can just kill you no matter what. Which is, in all likelihood, very likely. But I've watched some shows on Discovery Channel. They tell you what to do when a bear's around. Either make yourself look big or crawl up to a ball like a little baby. Either or. You're just as likely to die, but you come to a stop as you stumble upon a broken wagon. Inspect the wagon. You look about the mess to find bits of food and clothes scattered about the scene. You notice a key on the ground during your search. You pick up the key and continue on your way. Is it my key? After what felt like an hour or two, you reach a bridge. Nearby the path is a small shack similar to the house you have on the farm. The man that lives here is a kind fellow that you recall. Maybe he is home. Inspect the shack. You walk towards the structure and knock on the door. You scratch the back of your head, figuring that the person that lives here is currently occupied, if not elsewhere. You're barely picking up a... Oh, shit, that is awesome. You can, scroll with a little mousey wheel, and it'll change this. That's awesome. Remember picking up a key from the wagon and use it on the door. The door unlocks. You decide to help yourself in. Yo, muffo, where you at? You observe the empty room. You realize something terrible must have taken place here. The room is a wreck, just like the wagon. You are overcome with fear as you think of the man that used to dwell here. Inspect the book on the table. See, there's drag marks going to the little trap door. So that's probably where his body is. You pick up the book and start to flip through the pages. You discover that this is a journal. Reading a passage to you can't hurt. Today, trading went smoothly, thank goodness. What I am thrilled most about, however, is that one of my buddies mentioned to me at the conclusion of our day, apparently there is a pond nearby that has some of the biggest fish in the region. With a good catch, I can make enough to move things forward. I was caught off guard when he mentioned that nobody has been able to catch sea from there. I guess our typical fishing rod won't do the trick, but what can be done about them? Something to be intrigued about, I suppose. These past couple of weeks have been really rough for me. My trading business has gone under and I've lost nearly everything I own. This has pushed me to the extremes, but that can't be helped now. I am leaving this place forever, never to return. The land is dying, and there is nothing but darkness here. Anyone reading this should leave while they can. You can't find a name to give this man, but regardless of the name, you got chills running down your spine. Open the trap door. You observe the trap door and notice the lock keeping it closed. With the key, you unlock the hatch and get it open. Without thinking, you travel downward. I did not say to do that. Oh. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Walking down the steps leading below, the air attacks your body with a piercing cold. You notice immediately that there's a woman chained to the wall. She doesn't seem to notice as you study her. You feel darkness around you as you stay in this awful place. Free her! Free her! You tremble as you try to form words in your mouth. You there! Let me out of here! The pressure-resistant man makes you freeze. You take a moment to think about the situation before you respond. What got you locked up to begin with? You will never believe me, even if I told you the truth. Something brought you here. Please, have mercy on me. Free the woman, free the woman. You approach the woman and unlock the shackles that bind her. Her arms become free, she moans in pain. Oh, thank you so much. The woman struggles to regain her strength, but starts to stand up on her own. As she gets up, she turns towards you. No, oh. I will now do you a favor. Oh. 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 What seems to be the face of a helpless woman disappears as the horrible image manifests itself before you. You feel the chilling grip of bone hands lock onto your arms. Energy flees from your body and you fall to your knees. You feel the essence of your life slip away as everything goes black. It is unfortunate that your journey ends here. Is this game about me dying over and over again? Damn! Well, I have a lay in bed. You lay in your bed and fall asleep to the light sound of wind blowing outside against the grass. You begin to hear whispers and chants, but you can't make anything of it. An image appears before you, a stone glowing as if it were alive. The chants get louder. It's a Cthulhu cult! Get louder as your vision grows in more detail. You reach toward the stone with your hand. As your finger makes contact, a clash of thunder rattles around you. Your clothing and skin start to flake away like dust in the wind. The particles flow into the stone, sapping the life from your body. You feel pain you have never experienced before. Fear begins to flood over you. You suddenly see yourself laying in bed, never to wake up again. Your adventure ends here. Well, son of a bitch! You leave the shack and cross the bridge before something bad happens. You cross the bridge safely and continue down the trail. After all that has happened, you feel that you should take a moment to rest. You find a spot under a tree and sit down. Getting comfortable, you tilt your head back against the tree, gaze to the sky. Pick at the grass. Fucking A! As you pick at the grass in your reach, the ground begins to shake. Before you can get up, the roots from below sprout from the ground and wrap around your legs. Are you serious? Come on! You turn around and see a large angry face looking back at you. Your jaw drops in horror. No sound or scream escapes your tongue as the tightening grip of the roots squeeze what air is left in your body. Your adventure ends. What happens when I go back and... Oh, I can't. Oh. Your adventure ends here. I think I've successfully discovered every fucking death possible to this point. Now we're back here again. Alright, this time I'm going to take a nap, see how the grass is deadly. Your eyes close and your body relaxes. You fall asleep within seconds. As your mind wanders, you see a blurry image. Details emerge as you gaze. You wonder who this might be. It's you! I've already had this death. A bad feeling that overcomes you. You realize who this is. You try to wake yourself up. You wake up and jump to your feet, looking about yourself and your surroundings. All see. You cannot help but feel fearful that something bad will happen to you if you stay here. Moving forward, you can't help but feel fearful that something bad will happen to you if you stay here. Moving forward seems like the only logical option now. You reach the point where the trail splits into two paths. Which way should you go? I'm left-handed, so doink. After continuing down the path for some time, you come to a stop. You notice that there is some sort of trail that leads through the grass up toward a nearby hill. If you had not stopped, you probably would have never noticed it. Which means bad shit juju is up there. We are about to die again. Fucking lovely. Which way will you go? Oh, follow the trail in the grass. Continue down the path. Oh, go up that damn trail and die for you. Ooh, what? Following the subtle trail in the grass, you stumble upon what looks like a grave. Inspect the grave. You approach the grave. You look at the sword with intrigue. Before you can touch the sword, a ghostly figure appears before you. To kill you, you freeze before the apparition. The sword. May I have it? The blade is cursed. I am bound here by the pain of my past. If you desire the sword, free me from it. You slowly motion for the sword. Fool, only something of pure essence can free me. A rare hope like a flower found in darkness. Okay. Listen expectantly to the sword. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We'll continue on. Okay, I'm starting to get this shit now, fam. I'm starting to get it. I do love all the hand-drawn hatching and the shading and so it's really nicely drawn. You pause to see that there's a lake nearby. The trail continues on to your right. Inspect the lake. You step near the lake and look down into it. Resting underwater is an orb of some sort sitting at the bottom of the lake. There's something strange about it, as if we're calling out to you. No! No! Bad juju! Bad! Bad! Continue along the trail. The faint trail comes to an end. There is a collection of stone pillars down the hill. Beyond the hill is a large field of grass. Inspect the pillars. You stand before the large stones, arranged in the shape of a circle. It's frickin' Stonehenge with a T. The center of it is a stone with what appears to be some sort of slot or hole. No doubt about it, something is meant to be placed here. Seeing that you can't do anything, you head... It's for that little circuity thing. Alright, let's go back. Fam, if we die here, I apologize. However, I think I need this. You close your eyes and jump through the lake. You open your eyes and someone sitting before you. You start to make your way toward... Oh! Come the fuck on! Run! Damn it. Oh. Oh. Oh, fam. Alright, let's go again. Alright, fam. We're back at Stonehenge over here. We're now going to go explore the field. You find yourself gazing over a grassed field with hills rolling off into the distance. Unicorn! As if a trick upon your eyes, you see a unicorn run across the field. It disappears out of sight before you can do anything. Surely the unique powers of unicorn can help you with your quest, but there is clearly something wrong. If only there was one to charm it. Alright, so now, I'm assuming we have to go back now. Because we need the unicorn to get the sword, and we need the sword to fight the bear. We need... and maybe stab a bitch that might have killed us before. Continue down the path. Let's do that. You walk for some time to find an endless field of grass. There's a stone well near the path. It's little Timmy in the well. Inspect the well. You peer down the well. Other than the evident water at the bottom, there's a coin resting against the wall of the well. If possible, you feel you should go down and take the coin. I'm going to die. Lean over the edge of the wall. There is no possible way you can obtain the coin reaching for it. With this in mind, you turn and climb down the inner wall of the well. Son of a bitch. Take a few steps, but your luck runs out. You misplace a foot and you fall. Tumbling about, your body clashes against the stone with a single knock on the head. You are dead. Everything kills you. Everything kills you. Every fucking thing kills you. Alright, fuck, we're going right this time, fam. You reach the end of the pathway. In the distance is a tower looking over the area. A gate secures passage to the area with a wall around the property. Also of interest, there's a tree that has a hole carved in it. Inspect the tree. You approach the tree and notice that the hole is big enough to fit your hand in. You look and see, this is not going to end well, something shiny in the hole as if it were metal. You feel around with your hand, you feel 3 knobs, one on the right, one in the center, in the middle, and one on the left. Press the knobs. Press left, right, middle. Knobs lock in place. You wait a moment, but nothing happens. It must be some sort of combination. Alright, fuck this tree. Alright. Go to the gate. Oh, this is an intro screen. Enter the gate. Oh. Standing before the tower, your heart begins to sink. There's no doubt the birthplace of the spreading plague. There's a fountain before you, the statues on your right and left. Let's check out the left. Oh, poor angel. You see an old statue of an angel that has become consumed by vines of thorn. The angel is holding a book in one hand, the other with finger pointed toward the sky. You feel it best to leave the statue alone. What's on the right? Before you stands an old angel statue that has broke in many areas. Same shit. With one hand of the angel holding some sort of bow, while the other hand is hovering over the bow. You notice that there is only 2 remaining fingers on the angel's other hand. You feel you should keep your distance and just observe the statue. Oh, fountain. There's a dark haze about the fountain. The water is black and the spell burns with every breath. You feel a slight pull towards the fountain as if it were calling something. Fuck this shit! Walking over hills of grass and grain, you reach the walls of Aramor. Several times a year, you come here to trade goods from the farm. You discover that the plague has spread to your farm, has also spread all the way out here. The path before you is overrun with blight. You come a long way. You don't desire to turn back now. You march forward into the tainted soil. Really? Walking kills us. Before you can realize what happened, you sink completely under the ill soil. Darkness consumes you, and your lungs still struggle for air. Your body burns in pain as you suffocate and die. Your adventure. So basically, the only choice I have is to go into this tower. That's all I can do right now. You're rumbling rocks as the ground starts to shift beneath you. Everything goes dark and you sink below the surface. The hole above you seals up, trapping you underground. Oh. You find yourself with no evident way out, but the path before you to the darkness. Your only choice is to move forward. Alright, fam. So you know how I got the combination was. I thought back to the statues from before when I last visited the tower. The angel on the right had 2 fingers, and the angel on the left was pointing up with 1 finger. And I just put in right, left. So you see 3 separate paths within the walls of the cavern. Which path do you choose? Left. Always left. It's like a big circle. You constantly make your way through the darkness. You come to a split. Which way do you choose? That goes up. Let's go up. You struggle forward as the way becomes completely dark. You notice that there is a light off in the distance, and you continue to make your way forward. Eventually, you make it into some sort of, oh my god, what the hell is going on? Eventually, you make it into some sort of concrete room. Turning around, you see a hole in the wall where you came from. Your guess that it wasn't part of the initial design. You turn around to see a door. There being little to nothing in the room, you decide to move through the doorway. I'm so glad you're making decisions for me. You find yourself in what looks like a basement. You turn about to discover that in each direction there is a door. Boxes of supplies and debris litter the floor and corners of the room. You notice that there are several markings on the doors and floor. Some would scare you. You got a bad feeling about this place. Inspect the supplies. You walk about the room, browsing through the dust-covered storage. You find some rope in one box. It feels strong enough to the touch. It has minimal wear. You decide to take the rope. So they went from middle to left, so let's go right. That makes sense. You enter this ballroom. There's a large cauldron in the center of the room, with wood resting beneath. There is nothing on the shelves, as if someone cleaned the place out. You look into the pot and find nothing in it. With nothing else to see, you exit the room. Metal. You enter the room full of metal fucking cages. Before you is a hallway marked with questionable markings. You don't like the feeling you have about this place. Whatever was in these cages surely did not like to be locked up. You know that there is an animal in the cage on the left of the room, but from the dark stains on its fur, it is dead. You cautiously walk down the hallway, entering a room with 2 cell doors. Before you can do anything, a large hound leaps in front of you. The beast does look very vicious, but one wrong move can certainly be the end of you. Realizing that you are not prepared for a moment like this, you slowly back away toward the other door. To your dismay, the dog follows your every movement. Before you can do anything, the dog kills you. Gotcha. Left, always left. Now it appears before you as its gaze pierces the darkness. Before you can do anything, tentacles burst from the ground, grip your body, and you'd fucking die again! Now what would happen if I go back to the lady that killed me before? Talk to her, but don't free her. I will not. No, don't go. With nothing else to interact with, you make your way up the stairs. Laughing behind you, the voice causes Shack to shake. You leave the shack as fast as you can. Goes to the bad might. God have mercy. That was creepy. Ooh, something new, fam! Something new! As you make your way forward, you discover a large cavern. An old ship rests against the edge of the lake with debris scattered about the surrounding area. Inspect the ship. Cautiously walk down to the ship. The air is chilling and you fear it won't be a good idea to stay too long. The possibility of discovering something that can help you drives you to explore. You climb aboard the ship. As you take a moment to observe your surroundings, you are only welcomed by the trickle of water brushing against the wood of the ship. As you move about to see where you can go, every footstep feels heavier as you hear the sounds of wood cracking under your feet. You feel the ship has been here for quite some time. You explore under the deck of the ship. Nothing but the sound of your footsteps bounce off the structure of the ship. From one room to another, you come to discover a kitchen. Although there is nothing unique about it, you feel you should take a moment to inspect it. Inspect the drawers. You pull one out after another, find that they have been emptied. Dust spreads about the air as you disturb your rest. Checking underneath, you discover a rusty knife resting on the floor. You find that there are plenty of hardened rat droppings dotting the edge of the wall. That's nice. You take the knife in hopes that you may defend yourself with it. Awesome! Inspect the oven. You see a lone pot resting upon a dusty stovetop. You gaze downward and open the oven door. Nothing but ash fills the oven chamber. You close the oven door. Move on. Continue lonely toward the ship, only to find that there is nothing of use or value. Make your way back. Again, you find nothing much but empty rooms left to reign in the dark solitude. You discover a door with fancy markings and about the woodwork. Perhaps this is where the captain resided. You discover the room of the captain. Unlike the other parts of the ship, everything seems to have been left alone in this room. Before you rest an old wooden desk with the papers and assumed belongings of the captain. There is a small bed off near the corner of the room, with some chairs in the other. You have a feeling deep down that you shouldn't take anything other than the lamp and other objects. There is a small stack of papers in contrast to the lone paper resting by itself. Approaching the desk, you can inspect the papers resting on the desk. Notice to the crew. Due to our unexpected predicament, everyone is being split up into groups of 2 and 3. Scouting assignments will be given until we find a more habitable place to settle. For now, we must do what we can. Stack of papers. Peering about the pages of this collected pile of documents, you realize that most of these are personal notes or journal entries. You pick a few and begin to read. Day 7. The voyage has gone quite smooth as we begin our second week away from home. The spirits of the men are high as we anticipate the discovery of new lands that lie beyond our documented knowledge. It has been my dream to accomplish something world-changing. Together we move forward with full hearts and unbreakable spirits. Day 66. It has been just over 2 months out at sea, and we have yet to discover anything new. We have suffered through many storms, and sickness has plagued the ship recently. Several of my favorite crew have passed on to the next life. Oh, I see the growing doubt in the eyes of my fellow laborers as our voyage continues day after day. Food rations have been cut in half in fears that we may have to turn back. I dare not let myself think of failure. Those men who have lost their lives, the sacrifices to make this voyage possible, I cannot let them be in vain. Day 91. Holy shit. It has come to roughly 3 months out here in the endless blue. With much pain, we have turned around. Yes, we are heading for home port. We have just enough food to make it back. I just hope we have a smooth journey back. The spirits of the crew are low and bitter due to our failure. I do not let myself get caught up in thinking of it. Truly, we do not intend for this to happen. Leave. Seeing what little left to see, you take your leave. The wood under your feet crackles as you exit the vessel. So that's neat. All right, now we have the knife so we can defend ourselves against the doggy dog. And then the doggy, put the knife and prepare for an attack. The dog reacts and starts to growl at you. This makes no sense. Unless the knife is for the tentacles. Alright. Alright, we got this, fam. We got this, fam. I just discovered that, we can hit escape and save the game. So that's awesome. Yeah, that's really useful. So we just go doink. No, I don't want to overwrite that. Just go doink, save, take a nap. You know, if we don't know what choices that we have to make. Okay, so we're going to go left. We're going to go right. Get up here in this little warehouse area. Inspect for supplies. We're going to go left. Continue on. I think that, yeah, this takes us back underground. Then we'll go right. Then we'll go right. Oh. The passageway soon ends with an enlarged mushroom sitting in front of you. A steady river of water flows between you and the mushroom. Now we're going to use the save feature in case we die a horrific death. You walk toward the mushroom as if there was something more than meets the eye. Walking forward, you take a step in the water. To your dismay, your foot hits no bottom and you fall in. You reach to grab hold of the edge of the surface, but your body freezes stiff. We died again. I think the knife will be used for the, let's go right here. So the echo sees the rocks behind you. Okay, that wakes up. You pull back again. Remember the knife you have found to struggle to bring it out. With success, you hold the knife again to cut away the appendages that bind you. Win! Creature immediately leaves you alone. It takes you a moment to catch your breath. Oh, I will go left. Thank you, knife. Oh, we don't go left. We go right. The path you walk comes to an end. Before you shines a pillar of light. It's the flower! It's the flower! We need to get the sword, fam! For some reason you feel hope enter your body. There's something special about the scene you can't put your finger on. Perhaps it may be best to leave it in reverence for now. Awesome. Okay. I probably should have went back to the dude first. And then we pluck the flower. Oh, there's something special about this flower. That's awesome. The ghost appears before you. Without hesitation, you reach for the flower and give it to the spirit. The spirit grabs the flower from your hand as you extend it to him. You feel a subtle breeze blow by as the figure fades away with the flower. A faint whisper dances about the air. I am free at last. You feel a sense of relief within you and reach for the sword. You now wield the special sword. Awesome! Can I fight the fish? Alright, let's see if we can fight the fish, fam. Because we just saved. Grab your sword, hold it close, point at the fish. The fish swarms at you with haste. Just as it gets in range, you thrust the sword onto the top of the mouth. The sword penetrates, goes through the forehead of the fish. It struggles about in pain and blood filters through the water. You pull the sword out and the fish retreats out of sight. You doubt it will live long. With the fish no longer a threat, you make your way to the orb. You hold it in your hands, you feel it vibrate as if there was energy inside it trying to break loose. This must be important. Awesome, fam! We're making progress! We're making progress! Why is this so damn surprising? Alright, and I think the orb goes into the stone pillars. Place the orb in the slot card in the center of the rock. The stones that surround you begin to glow. A light radiates and grows brighter. A flash of light, your surroundings change. The ground no longer is grass. The newly discovered floor appears to be very old and is crafted by somebody long ago. Rubble and stone near the edge of the platform also hint that this is an ancient place. Looking onward at the end of the pathway is a fountain of light. There seems to be no beginning or end, an endless power steadily flowing. You are amazed at such a sight. Save! Approach the light. The light intrigues you and you walk toward it. Rays of light brush around you as if they are seeking to break away from its home. You feel energy flow into you, but you struggle to contain it. Your body begins to glow immensely. You burn from the inside out. Die. You are blinded by the flow of power. You dissolve before it. Your body becomes disintegrated by the light. Unfortunately, your adventure ends here. Well, son of a bitch. Alright. Press the knobs. Donk. 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 The spider. Can we kill the spider? Stab the spider's lunge over and over. You stab the spider. Each time it squeals in pain. Yeah. The spider flees into the darkness overhead. You hear him motioning about possibly to strike again. You notice the key on the ground close by your feet. Before more trouble happens, you quickly grab the key and make for the door. Awesome. Upstairs. You discover what looks like to be a private library that has a passageway before you with bookcases on the left and right. So then we move forward. Walk up the stairs. You pause and notice a stone carving of a person praying that is attached to the wall. Something odd about it, but you can't put your finger on it. You caution continue up the stairs. You enter a strange room with a large globe centered around the room. There are windows that let the light shine through. You notice that there is a chest resting against the wall to the right. You also notice that there is another passageway like the previous one. Well, to the chest. With the key you found earlier, you try to unlock the lock. Click. Ooh. We got the harp! Okay, fam, the game is finally starting to fall together. Thank the Lord. You take the harp, close the chest. Inspect the globe. Globe attached to the floor surface, the craft made of metal, and there is fine detail and grooves. There's various markings and names scattered across the globe. You find a mark of where you are or more. You notice that there are some kind of hand-drawing markings within the area made with black ink. There must be something close by that has interested the author of these markings. To add to the mystery, there are similar markings on other areas around the globe. Alright. So, now we're going to save. Well, this is important. Actually, I'm going to go downstairs and charm the doggy. Go downstairs. Downstairs. Into the middle door. I want a puppers. He's a good puppers. You're good puppers. You such a good puppers. Who's a good puppers? The beast walks away as if it were charmed by the harp. You never gave it much thought how powerful music could be. Alright, now what we're going to do, fam, we're going to go back to the unicorn and the light. Alright, fam, we're now at the pillars and we're at the field. So we're going to save here. I'm going to say go hello to Mr. Unicorn first. You find yourself gazing over a grass field with hills rolling off into the distance. As if a trick upon your eyes, you see a unicorn run across the field. It disappears out of sight before you can do anything. Unsure what is going on, you think of a way to tame the beast. Suddenly remember the harp you found earlier. With the harp in hand, you pluck the strings. The soothing calm comes over you as you listen. The unicorn comes into view and stops before you. The unicorn glares at you and you begin to hear a faint voice in your head. Human, have ear for my words. A great evil has gripped these lands and it has rendered me powerless. You must find some way to stop it. I wish I could help you, but without my full power, I can do little. The fate of this land depends on you. Before you can speak, the unicorn turns and runs off again. You realize that you are alone to complete this quest of yours. This is no longer about saving your farm. You must save the whole land from the spreading darkness that beats upon the gates of salvation. Okay, I'm done. You turn back as you question what you should do next. Obviously, what you should do next is go to Taco Bell, pick me up a couple of the steak burritos, one of those beefy chip burritos, the Fritos in it, and a chicken quesadilla would be fantastic. Thank you. Nacho Supreme would also be absolutely lovely. Oh yeah, the faint trail now for the stone pillars of godly might. You stand before the large stones, arranged in the shape of a circle. In the center is a stone with what appears to be some sort of slot or hole. No doubt about it, something has been placed here. Godly power! Call! You place the orb in the center of the rock and boom! Let's save again, in case the ring is not the ideal thing. Don't. Approach the light! You remember you have the ring and you have found and put it toward the light. Your hand trembles as the light flows into it. Before you get there, the ring begins to burn and you stumble back. The light shines bright from the ring. You notice a subtle warmth to it as you observe. I have no idea what I just said. You feel that you accomplished what you have come for. You pick up the orb. Alright, so now we have like a ring of godly power, a sword of holy destruction, the blessing of a unicorn, and we are just a farmer. Alright. I think whatever's at the top of that tower is about to get his ass beat. Alright, we're now proceeding up the tower, fam. We got this. You climb the stairs to find a wall ending your path. Above the end of the wall is a hatch. Open the hatch. You open the hatch and pull yourself up. You have made it to the top of the tower. Before you is a stone of power resting upon an altar of rock. Dark vines have entangled the structure as they are feeding off the energies of the stone. Your body begins to tremble as you stand before the stone. You definitely feel weaker being up here, as if the stone is sapping away your energy. Destroy the stone! You stretch forward your fist and point the ring at the stone. You can feel a resistance, as if the stone is trying to defend itself. You try to keep hope and focus on the ring. A burst of light shoots forth out from the ring, penetrating the stone. You feel the very air shake about. The ground beneath your feet begins to vibrate. The ring becomes heavier to hold in place, but you know that it is working. You feel confidence and a sense of joy sweep over you. The light intensifies, nearly blinding you. The ground beneath you shakes violently, as if the tower itself is trying to stop you. What little fear in you becomes powerless as you focus on your task. Everything goes white, blinding you completely. A worse sensation comes over you, and you feel as light as a feather. You begin to feel a tingling sensation all over your body as you hone your senses. The feeling suddenly flees your body and you find yourself motionless. Everything is cold and your ability to concentrate begins to leave you. You open your eyes, witnessing what is left of the tower. ... You begin to feel something. Warmth, light, it is coming back. You lack the strength to talk as the unicorn comes into view. Light emanates from the horn on its head. All you can do is smile as the creature approaches. The light intensifies. You may have saved the land, but the unicorn has come to save you. I got the warm fuzzies! Your adventure does not end here. Oh! Pa! Disturbed, defeated, I win, you lose. I don't care how many times I died. That shit didn't happen. I don't care what anyone says. I do not want to see the video evidence. Thank you, fam, so much for watching. Much love. Over and out.